Welcome, one and all, to another edition of SoulSym Showcase. As usual, I am your host, SoulSym Mirak. This evening, we are playing Aspects and Envoys, and with us in the party, Zevril,
I may not look like it, but I am a family.
Mojo,
How's everybody doing tonight?
uh, Wondox,
Remember, the One Piece is real.
Lume,
Present.
and last but most assuredly never least, Krin.
At least this time he remembered me at the beginning of the session.
The shots. Sorry.
Yeah, he was.
Um, uh, as I said earlier, this is Aspects and Envoys. We are on episode 8. Uh, Last we left our intrepid adventurers, some stuff happened. Would anyone care to regale us of last week's shenanigans?
Do you want me to or anybody else?
Sure. I can do it this time.
Yes.
Not a problem. Zevril. Zevril was excited to go. He had just completed the magnanimous creation known as the Dog, Destroyer of Galaxies, and with the help of Mojo, they quite literally created a series of astral gates, speeding their trip up, or shortening it, I should say, down to like a measly 15 to 20 minutes, even though they were on the other side of the planet. And Mojo, being the smartest one in the group, dipped out of the ship before we got to the city. And as we pulled into the city, we got accosted. And yes, I'm going to use the word accosted by custom. Um, Being forced to pull into one of the bays that they use for international delegations, being the fact that this is the largest ship that they've ever seen, and they kind of got terrified. And it's also in the shape of a dragon, which they didn't really necessarily like, but details schmetails, right? Zevril, being the couth gentleman that he is, obviously complied with these rules and invited the head of security, the head of intelligence, and I think there was one other person, a scribe of some sorts that was note taking everything. He didn't speak much, thankfully. But yeah, invited them up to the meeting room, and we got to talking, and I introduced myself. They were one of them recognized and knew me. I own a very nice, reputable company that's helped the city quite a lot. But as this session continues and our party members start to roll in, Wondox does Wondox things, and the leader of intelligence, Miss Avril, as in not Levine, decides she's going to burst her way into his mind and meets a little girl who, at first, we thought kind of saved our asses. This little girl gave her a very wholesome answer of what we were doing, and we thought we were safe. We Even though she was in his mind. What we didn't realize is she was a world class Xavier level telepath that read all of his thoughts in that exact moment and knew everything about us from that moment on. But more on that later. We continue to try and delegate, and things very, very, very quickly got out of hand. Uh, some insults were thrown around, and she did not like the fact that we brought in a disguised dragonborn, but upon realizing he was a dragonborn and not a dragon, she calmed down there and didn't stay calm for long as one of our party members decides to hit on her after calling her a bitch 7 times. If I go back and check the records, it's fine. I can have Indy indie replay everything later. It's fine. Called her a bitch 7 times and then hit on her and succeeded because this is the type of world that we live in. Um, feel like I'm missing something, but yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Got his spine felt up, and she played Tetris with his junk. But that's also, a story for another time. And finally let us go after clearing us into the city after a very arduous hour and a half of what? But he succeeded in his flirting. Has some sort of lover, baby mama, friends with benefits. I don't necessarily know what to call them, but yeah, that's going on. And she cleared us, brought in a detail for Krin because he's a dragonborn in a city that doesn't necessarily you don't like dragonborn, so he's here to protect him in case some racist shenanigans go on, knowing it's probably going to happen. Neither here nor there. A whole bunch of people show up to protect us, and we head off into the city. That's a nice TLDR. Did I miss anything?
Nah, no, that was pretty succinct. Um, yeah, it felt like a lot more happened. Uh, like a lot more was happening, but no, that's literally everything that
We were
happened.
skating around death,
Yeah,
is what happened.
yeah,
The
that
entire
is.
campaign could have ended last session because not we, because I won't take any, not we either, because me and Krin were on our best behaviors. Virtuoso was busy in the R&D lab doing whatever Virtuoso does, playing Rubik's Cube with matter. And Mojo was off mojoing through space. No, Wondox almost got Wondox and PM almost got us eviscerated, but it's okay. Everything's fine now.
And so, with that being said, um, we are going to pick up with Zevril, because where we actually left off was with Wondox and Krin departing from the ship heading down to Diormana, which was a 6-hour trip because they had to go down one sky elevator to get into upper atmosphere, or rather into lower atmo, uh, into Shondell proper, and then they had to drive through a security checkpoint to get access to another uh, sky elevator, so that they could ride uh, the other 4 hours down to Diormana, and then drive to the security checkpoint to be let into the depths, uh, the massive city state that is Diormana proper. Um, uh, they actually exited into the part of Diormana known as the Ordessa, um, and this is effectively um, Wandox's church's home turf. Like this is where this is falls under the parish jurisdiction or the borders of the parish of the Church of the Loving Chain. Um, so that is where they are currently. But before we get too deep into that, uh, we would like to step over to Zevril, as he is heading home for the first time in
So
several years.
before I leave, I would like before I fully leave the dog, because as
Mhm.
I step into the shadow, I would actually like to appear in the R&D lab
Okay,
where Virtuoso is.
copy that.
Did I have a response back from my sending? Or is that later?
It hasn't been patched into the ship yet, so I don't think you
Okay.
got it just yet. I think it might be a little bit late. We'll see. Because I did. You have to talk to me about that so I can patch that into the chip for you.
True.
Okay, so you pop into the R&D lab. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, looking for. I'm presuming you're looking for Virtuoso. Um,
What would Virtuoso be doing as he probably doesn't see Zevril step out of the literal shadows?
Um, uh, Virtuos. There's no O at the end. It's just Virtuos. But
I'm so used to it. I apologize.
that's fine. He would be. He'd be standing in front of a not a mirror, probably a window, and as usual, most likely talking to himself. I I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, no, not yeah, it's our, but you have to understand, it's this the world. It's not like in your head. Okay, yeah, I know that one time when you were working on a thing, but that was one time.
Zevril will slowly approach, seeing you talk to yourself, and kind of like knock on the table behind you. Like, now a bad time?
Slowly turning around. I uh, um yeah, I guess is it. I guess it's kind of always a bad time. When is it ever a good time? What even is time? Hmm.
I mean, a concept in theory made up by the world so we can keep track of the passing of life and death.
He slowly nodded, his hands steepling and then unsteepling to create this Rubik's pyramid. Oh, maybe I can work with that. He'd start pulling pieces apart, putting it together. Again, totally, entirely distracted. In seconds, he would forget that Wondox is there.
Not even Wanda.
that
Zevril would clear
Oh,
his
several.
throat to try and get his attention again. Like, seeing that you seems like you haven't really done much in the lab that I built for you. Uh, he'll turn over to one of the screens and pull up a 3D projection of the matter pyramid that he's working on. Press a couple of buttons, watch it break out into like a million tiny different pieces, and move it over in front of him. He's like, wouldn't it be better to see that on the bigger screen? This I did make this for you. Well, we made this for you.
I mean, yeah, but have you ever been like sitting at a dinner table, right? And you have all these different forks for your food, and you got the fork you're used to, but then someone says, "Hey, try this fork. It's for salads," and it's like this little teeny tiny fork that doesn't make sense. This place, he held his arms. This is the teeny fork, and I'm still figuring it out.
Touche. I can understand that as someone who had to learn how to salad for it. That reference isn't long. I have something else though I would like. Not as grandiose, confusing as a salad. I guess so you could consider it more of a steak fork, something that might be a little bit easier to sink teeth
You mean like the kind with two prongs?
in. No, it still has four prongs, but fair enough. I understand why you would that, that's the fancy steak fork. I hate those. Regardless, I will be making a trip by my company today. They're an industry. Figured it might be a little bit up your it is where all of it's where my company handles production, where a lot of things are made, experimented on, so on and so forth. Plenty of diagram models to take in and maybe use for your own endeavor. Who knows? Maybe you'll have an idea that you bring back.
Virtual squinting. Are you still trying to convince me that you guys aren't evil and I shouldn't be prepared to destroy you all?
That was going to be with the second half, I suppose.
Okay.
I was
Works for
also
me.
thinking of going home, seeing brother. He doesn't really believe that I have friends. It's not necessarily blah, blah, have, but being that we managed to make this, and he opens his hand gesturing up towards like the ceiling of the dog. It's like being that we're well the ceiling of the orange, and he goes, being that we were able to make such an astounding creation, figured I could call you. But I guess if you
That's
still think I'm evil,
that semi-vacant look on Virtuoso's face started to bloom into a first there was like a look of recognition and then a full-on smile. Ah, buddy, if you didn't want to go alone, then you should just say so. I'll come with you. And friends,
okay?
you know what? He was looking at the cube again. Or rather the pyramid. He started to twist it. Hmm. Yeah, we can definitely fit that into the paradigm as well. It takes a while. I mean, it starts off small, moments, instances, experiences. He like pulled the particles apart, but then they all start to combine together and makes a star. And then your friend has a little piece of you, so that if you ever stray, they have that light. And when you see them again, that light means I do have a piece of you. He looked around at the ship. Here, with this, our first experience. The spark of friendship has already started. You're right.
Zevril will pull out a small shard of metal. You might recognize. He will hand it to you. Uh, this is a small piece of me. Granted, I guess it came from you. I just modified it. And it's a shard of the guillotine. Um, in its shape of it has a Z on the bottom, the V with the inverted A.
Wow. He was looking at it, and for a moment his eyes would glow. His head tilted to the side, and when he looked back at Zevril,
Yep.
his expression was a lot less, I don't want to say childish, but a lot less uppity and a lot more calm and wise. And you can see for that moment that asterisk can take a moment. We accept this with your thanks. And he would hold his hand out. I believe now it is custom that we grasp forearms. Symbolism.
Zevril would smile softly and give him the forearm grasp. See now the second done. Um, he'll give it a shake, and as you're holding his arms, you'll notice that the shadows that make up like my body would expand towards, like, my shadow would turn, connect with your shadow, so like they're connected, and then they would spring up out of the ground and pretty much engulf us for a split moment. We were in complete and utter darkness. And then it goes away, and we would be standing in front of a very large corporate building.
Virtuos was back in control. He looked around, looked at you, narrowed his eyes. Don't ever do that again.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have wanted to. But this is my company. Welcome to Vyrtuos. And you're right. I didn't alone. And I have an odd feeling within several moments of us being here, someone's probably going to notice us. So we should be quick.
And as you say that, a little drone buggy comes flying up to you. Mr. Durin, sir! Mr. Durin, sir! The board wants to see you. Mr. Durin, sir! Mr. Durin, sir! The board wishes to see you. And it holds its hands out to you, like, with this kind of viewing pad. And you can see the boardroom full of the directors, and there's kind of like they're discussing things amongst themselves, but without the audio, all you can see is them kind of moving sporadically and, pointing at each other across tables and stuff. Shall I tell them you're on the way?
Yes, tell them I will be there shortly. I have to make a quick stop by my office. He'll turn over to Virtuo, go. Yeah, I'm so used to it. He'll go, I'm sure you don't want to get dragged along with me to a boring board meeting. So he'll look at the drone. Would you please show Virtuo here to the assembly line? Clearance
Virtuos
code
was staring
001.
all up in that machine. He was like, his face was in it. He was looking it up and down. He was like, oh, wow, what is this? Did you design this thing's voice? That is a great voice. I think I'm going to give all my inventions that same exact voice, too. Just looking it all over.
There's the schematics are at the assembly line. It's quite the operation. I think you'll enjoy.
This way, Mr. Virtual.
He looked from the drone to
Zevril.
Zoldrak with this wide-eyed, like, smile expression, like, oh my god, it knows my name. Oh, I ran off with it.
Once they're out of sight, I'm actually going to pull out my phone and pull up the hologram of Indy and go, Indy,
Yes,
please
sir.
sync yourself with all of Durin Industries access commands, clearance code 001. I would like to know everything that has happened since I left.
Understood, sir.
Perfect. I will circle back with you momentarily. And he will again step in through the shadow and appear
As soon as you step into the shadows, you hear a ticking sound, and things go colorless. Like I understand you're in your shadows. Like you, your step has a bit of a kind of like a
Grayscale.
yeah. Um, and it doesn't normally have this. When did you get back in town? Talking to you. You feel a tap on your left shoulder. Yes, you. When did you get back in town?
Gonna slowly turn around and look over my shoulder.
It's a tiefling creature. Um, it's not quite a Cambion, but it feels like more than just a tiefling, and um, you can't tell exactly what it is because everything's in grayscale, um, and it's so close. Like you're really just staring at what you imagine is like their collarbone, right? Um, yes,
Is he
Zevril.
in my shadow, or did they do
Yes,
this before I got in my?
it,
Oh,
like right as you're stepping in, they stopped you. So um, so you have effectively 1 foot in your shadow and 1 foot still outside the front of the building. So you're in the middle of what would be your transition, your shadow step. Um, I have a proposition for you, but I think I need to give you a bit more time to think it over. How's your brother doing? And you're in the boardroom.
the look on Zevril's face is a mix of fusion, rage.
The directors are looking at you. When were you gonna tell us you built a new ship? Are
To be
you?
fair, cell service doesn't work outside of 120 radius of the city.
I mean, yes, but sending stones exist. They function well enough, right?
Don't you remember why I invented cell phones and have a cell phone tower here? I hate that spell. You should know this. You're the first person to sign off on it.
But we need to know these things before you fly something across the skyline that has our shareholders asking us questions that we don't have the answers to. You're supposed to brief us on these things, Zevril. And your poor brother, he's been in a stupor since the thing flew across the uh, uh, uh flew by the tower the other day. Yesterday. You, look at him. Look, he hasn't moved. And you can see at the front of the table, uh, your brother is he's sitting at the head of the table, where rather in his chair, which is adjacent to yours, not adjacent, beside yours, um, and he's facing the exterior window, and he's just stuck.
I will ignore all of the board members, walk over to my brother, And first, I'm gonna place a hand on his shoulder, give him a gentle shake, and see if that snaps him. Like, see if he recognizes me and kind of snaps out of it.
As soon as you touch his shoulder, everything goes great. Hello. You see what you did? Your brother can't process what you did. He's stuck. It's your fault. But I can fix it for you. Would you like me to? Make him forget all about that evil succubi. And undo the hag. That's child's play for me. It's just a little tweaking of the code. Do you want me to? Is that something you'd like, Zevril?
Where is the voice coming?
It's coming from your 7 o'clock and your 2 o'clock. And then it's coming from your 10 o'clock and your 5 o'clock. And then it's coming from your 3 and your 9.
So it's a...
Okay. It's cascading around the room and like it's hard for you to pin it down. Even with your investigative skill, it's disorienting. I mean, if you want to make it active, you can certainly try to pin it down. But as it stands, you can't figure it. And then, so are you going to roll for it or
no? I'm just going to say to the, I guess, the air, the space around me. This I can fix. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you speak of my brother like you know it. And I would recommend you stop. Or I will find
Okay.
very, very disrespectful. And it's taking me every keep my temper.
Did I hurt your feelings, Zevril? I'm so terribly sorry. Let me try to rephrase this. And please, 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 understand I'm trying to do you a favor.
By making a deal with the devil?
Oh, no devil, I just look like one.
I've heard that before from a succubi, before I ripped its heart out.
Oh, that's a fair point.
You have one chance.
Oh, okay, my one chance. Give me just a moment to get my mind right. And then a head appears in front of you. And
does the head have a throat?
It does.
Grabbing it, pulling it close.
It's your brother's face.
What in the fuck?
I'm trying to show you something. Simmer down, will you? See, inside your brother's head, there's a spark missing. You're aware of this, right? The succubi took it, in exchange for things. It's fine. So
Yes.
I happen to be a very good plumber, as it were. I can. You're naughty. I can roll back time to before the valve was damaged. I can undo this brain lock thing that prevents your brother from learning new things. You'll have your brother back.
Would he still be in service to purity? The succubi that enslaved him and,
Uh,
well, probably dead, right?
Correct. Can't be in service to someone who doesn't exist anymore. I don't want his service. I'm just trying to help you. Will you
We've done
let
it.
me? Oh, now for me, it's just a favor. Sometime down the road. Nothing big. I'll just ask you to look the other way. Let's call it a minute. For 1 minute, you will not pay attention to me.
Zevril is painful right now. He wants to be mad. He wants to take whatever this is, banish sight. But his brother is his. He doesn't care about the. He doesn't care about the dog. Everything he has ever done has been resolved. He will release whatever it is that is adopting his brother's form, and his shoulders will slump. Feet. Fine. But if I come to regret this, I will come find you. I will do this my way, yours. Do we have a deal?
We most certainly have a deal. Should you feel spurned by my repair job, you are free to track me down and rip me apart in the most visceral way possible. It's a pleasure doing business with you. And
He
color.
wouldn't say anything.
Hmm?
He would not say anything.
Okay. So color comes back, and um, the very first thing Zal does is stand up and give you the biggest hug. Bro, what did you do? How did you make that thing? It's so amazing. What's inside? Tell me you got it through customs and we can go look at it right now.
It's still currently there, but yes, I can take you on a tour. There's actually someone I would want you to meet here at the moment. Just know that you're on the losing side of a bet now. I brought home. However, I think I have to deal with these goats. And he turns and looks at the rest of the board.
Ah, hey guys, my brother he's been gone for 3 years, right? It's just can we have some time? I mean, like we've had a good year. I know the investors are kind of like probably freaking out like I was, but I think we can tell them that DNI and DCSA are holding things up. Red tape stuff. We can take a couple hours, right? We can reconvene later, and uh, one of the other board members, um, he he raises his hand and he says, "But what about all of the technology? We can. There's so many things that we have questions about. We have to figure this thing out. What can we monetize and what can we strip for when? Like, what can we give to the public already? What's for military contractions? Hey, not right now. Not right now. I'm good. My brother's okay. My brother's back. Let's let's wrap this up later. Show me the ship.
Zevril's face is very hot right now. He's going to look at whichever board member that was, and as he's speaking, the lights start to flicker. The shadow seems to encroach as his temper is slowly being from its bound. He goes, "The answer to your question is nothing. None of the dogs, the little destroyer of galaxies, will be monetized for the public, will be monetized for military, or will be monetized for our personal gain. This is not something that can be controlled outside of the heads of aspect. If you have more questions, if they have questions, you can just tell them it is our new company mascot. And if they have problems with that, have them call me. I will tell them the exact same thing. Are we all fucking clear?"
Yes, Zevril. Yes, we understand. Yes, understood.
I may have been gone for 3 years, but you will not treat me as I am less than you. You guys make up my board. I am still your CEO. Now, I will be on the assembly line. I will have things to share with you soon. It just won't be the dog.
Okay. Yes, sir, Zevril. You have fun with your brother.
Thank you. And I will just put my arm around Zal, and as we'll slowly walk down to where Vyrtuos is.
Okay. And we will put a pin in you, and we are gonna pop down to the Church of the Loving Chain.
Oh, is that actually canon what it's called?
Yes.
Yes, it's the Church of
Yes.
the Loving Chain. It's
Sir. It's again the goddess of love, and she rocks a chain.
right. It's the loving embrace. It's the embrace of love. The loving chain. Love is great. Love hurts. It's all wonderful. It's great. It's wonderful.
It locks you in.
Mm-hmm. You hear, and you love it.
Yep.
So we hop over to Wondox and Krin in the solar wagon. As they pull up to rather as they drive through the streets of Diordessa, the street lights are of a warm yellow, and the streets themselves have seven plus story buildings going up as high as the sky can see. And if you look high enough, you can actually see the forming of like the excuse me, you can see clouds. within the upper areas of the chasm, um, and similar to in Shondell, the floating orbs, or the small planetoids are also, um, they're not as as dense in presence, but there are moons floating around, um, in the upper area, in the upper miles of Diorman and Diordessa. Um, as you pull up to the Church of Loving Chain, um, the guardrails on the side of the road start to turn from bars to chain links. Um, the um, the supports on balconies, um, and like much of the infrastructure changes to chain based as opposed to uh, brick and mortar. There's more steel working as you move uh, into the heart of Diordessa, and as you pull up to the church, um, you can like the approach to the church itself is a large promenade, uh, in all directions, and there are uh, black gold chains that run from all of the buildings that surround the square to the chapel in the middle, uh, and they drape down and have uh, jeweled lights of all colors, um, sitting in between the links of the chains that cover the square. Um, and upon entering the chapel itself, um, the pews, like the sheer size of this area uh, is daunting. There's a solid half mile between the front door and the pulpit proper. Um, and as you are walking in, um, it's between services. Um, so there's not many people inside the main chapel, um, but um, there are ministers there are ministers tending the the chapel, and straightening things up, um, sweeping, cleaning stuff, resetting the text, like the tomes and the flyers, uh, just basically
For service.
right, administrative stuff. Um, so Wondox, what is it? Where's the first place you go? What are you on your list?
First things first, I'm looking for two of my most trusted. One being a minister, and the other one the priest. I'm looking for an orc and a tiefling girl.
Right, Tiberius and
Jezebel.
Jesse, Miss Bell.
I'm looking for each of them.
Yes. So who are you looking for first? Are you just trying to run into who you run into?
I'm gonna run for Tiberius first, is because I need to know out loud, what is business looking like? How's everything going? Because he is my first contact every time I come here. Longest loyalist, so hit him up first.
Okay. So, you pull up on Tiberius. He's where he normally is in the secret chamber of your private quarters. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you find him at his normal desk, uh, looking over and managing numbers like he normally does. Oh, hey boss,
Nice.
you're back.
Yes, I am. Oh, God, it's been a journey. I cannot tell you how headaching this journey was this time around. God.
Oh,
Okay, you know what? It's not about me. Hey, how's everything going?
um, well, fuckboy's still knocked out. Uh,
Good.
yeah, gonna go. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mom's okay. Last time I checked the bill and talked to Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the distribution's maintained, so uh, we haven't had any raids or attempted. Uh, no one's tried to take any shipments or anything. So I mean, everything's fine. What what brings you back in town?
Holier than thou missions, that's a new one. We're gonna say that because that's
Oh,
what we're in for.
so you finally have some fucking aspect shit to do?
Yeah, I know, right? It's so fucking crazy.
Wow, you have been what has it been 20 years you've been talking about that dumb shit? Oh, okay.
I mean, look here, man. They come and go. I was like, it'll come eventually, I guess. Don't worry about that. Okay, I need to know if we can talk to one from one of the sister churches.
Who are you trying to talk to?
Xylu's people.
You want to talk to Ludo's?
Yeah.
All right. Shit. Let me make a call. I think Nezzy has some time. Uh, I can see when they've got something going on, and if not Nezzy, I'll check on Mondi. So, um, somebody will is
Whichever one. I'm not really trying to be picky. I just need to see if they've heard of a rumor. That's
that,
all.
that's fair. Um, I'll see when they got some time. But your daughters have been asking for you, man. So you may want to go check on them.
God damn it. Okay. I'll go talk to them. Side note, Krin, where are you?
Probably.
I would imagine that man is your fucking shadow, but
Again, don't worry about him. I'm gonna pull up on him because again, technically Tiberius would know
yeah.
who he is. I'm like, did you know? It's seen. Oh, okay. Seen. All right. So yeah.
Technically, I think I would be with. Uh, I would be beside you. Not really beside you, but kind of behind you.
Like trailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Anyway, hey, this is Krim. Krim, this is Tiberius. Krim, Tiberius knows about you because he stays in here and he points at his head. So he's my right hand guy. So you could trust him. If you can't ever find me, trust him. Okay? Not anybody else. Just trust him. Okay. So where are they at?
Oh, yeah. I mean, uh, Yin is in the main chapel. Um, uh, Zara is probably in the back office, and Niche is somewhere. You know, she's just, you know how Niche is.
Yeah, which one's in the best mood?
Uh, I'd probably say go Zara, man. Talk to Zara.
Okay, before I go there, Mom, say hi to Mom. I'll let Mom check herself out and see how she feels about everything.
All right. Well,
Alright, so so
be
I'll talk
safe,
to you in a
man.
bit.
Yep, I'll get on that. I'll get on that Ludo meet for you.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so Wondox is gonna walk over to where his mom is at,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna look at Krin and say, Krin,
Hmm.
what happens next? Don't worry too much about it, okay?
Hmm.
Okay. So he's gonna walk to a bed, and on that bed is a changeling woman. Krin, you're gonna see her, and she is like a older female version of Wondox. And as soon as Wondox looks her in the eye, you see Wondox's hair grows long. His facial features turn really feminine. He becomes a full-blown woman, and to the point where it looks just like her. Spinning image, but a little bit younger. The woman who is now above and walking is looking around at the body, checking things, like just examining the body. I need to tell Jezebel to put some foundation on the eyes. She's been slacking, I see. I'll talk to her about that. But everything else looks good. Good. Okay. And then, just like that, hair falls out as if, like, there's the most fastest speed run hair fall out. Body straightens out again, cracks a little bit, kind of like almost like bone being broken and expanding outward. And then you would see Wandox's face come back prevalent, and you would see him again. Okay. All right, Krin, let's go. See people.
I'm sorry.
So Wandax is gonna go look for Zaza.
Zaza, you look for Zaza.
Zaza. Good old Zaza.
um, so you um walk through, or rather walk down several hallways towards the back end of the church, um, and into the administrative wing. Uh,
Is,
you know, several
is
like
is the church made out of stone?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
You're seeing
partially, yeah.
stone, golds, and chains
Yeah.
made of gold.
So, um, ba-ba-da-ba-da-boom. So as you're walking down the halls, Krin, you'll notice that every person in this church that you walk past stops and bows when Wandox walks by. Um, um, like they'll stop, turn to the side, like basically with their back towards the wall, and so that they only can be facing him, and then they bow their head to him as he walks past. When you get into the administrative wing, um, you see um, the young lady in blue um, sitting behind the desk, uh, and um, we're sitting behind a desk at the far end, probably about 40 feet into this room, and immediately to your right is another young lady who who upon seeing Wondox kind of shuffles with her desk a little bit and then says, like she snaps vigorously and says, Madam Zara, uh, Sir Wondox has returned.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't yell. Don't yell. Yeah, too much yelling. Too much yelling.
Wandy,
Hey.
hi.
Yeah. Hey, Zah.
So when were you gonna tell us you got back home?
Man, I just got back, so guess what? I came right here to tell you all I got back.
You
Just
just
now.
you just got back.
Just got back.
You haven't been dealing with DNI.
What? What are these syllables? Letters you're using?
Hmm.
No idea. What are those? What's that about?
All right, Wandy. Um, you were only supposed to be gone for like 6 months. What took so long? What happened?
Okay, there. But peep this out. I got a mission finally. You,
Really?
you, yes, crazy enough. I got a mission and I gotta do it. And it brought me back home, and I was like, yes, I'm going home to check in and let everyone know what's going on.
Oh, so the job's here.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't actually come home to check on us.
Yes. And also, again, you gotta learn to tie this all in. We tie it all in together.
Gotcha.
You know?
So you're not reporting in. You just so happened to be nearby and knew we would be mad if we found out and you didn't come say hi. So you came to say hi.
What? Whoa. That's a lot of assumptions there. And
Mm.
I don't think that's the best way to look at it. Look, again, I'm killing two birds, one stone. I'm checking in, and I'm also handling up the big mission. That's why I came here first before doing the mission.
Okay. And did Mom have anything to say last time you talked to her?
Man, she says every day she said, I'm doing great. We're doing great. Nothing crazy has happened. Everything's going great. But I'm telling you right now, that's why we should all go. I found this great beach. And on my birthday, we should all go and have a family thing there. Vacation, that's the word.
Okay, Wandy. Um, so you're checking in to let us know that something's happening with your aspect, right? That's what's happening.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, you told me. I'll tell Vay um, and Yin.
That's why you're my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right, Wandox. We'll see you
All right.
later, Dad.
Yep. Oh, that's tough. Stop. That's
Yeah,
tough. That's
it's
real
tough,
tough.
ain't it? Huh?
It's
Mm,
tough. It's tough.
mm.
It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you even said it, I'm.
Well, hey, Ascending Stone will stop those from happening.
What? Again, I have this cool Darren Stute Industries cell phone right here, and and the service just didn't work. Real crazy. Anyway, hey, sidebar. Just to ask a question.
Mm.
Have you heard of a place called the Lunar Den?
She's looking at you like you didn't just ask her that question.
You know what? I regret it instantaneously. You
No,
know what? I'm
no.
gonna walk away.
Why are you asking about Luminar?
Again, don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it.
Why are you asking about Luminar,
Bye. I
Robbie?
love you. I'll talk to you later. He begins to walk out the room and walks out the door. She doesn't stop him.
Yeah, she doesn't stop him. But
Bye.
you walk out the door, you close the door behind you, or rather, I'm guessing Krin closes the door behind you, um, and you start walking towards the exit. And as soon as you bend the hallway from the administrative wing, Niche is right in front of your face.
God
Purple.
damn it.
Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie! It gives you a big old hug. Hi!
You.
You're
You're
back!
so wrong.
You're back. So,
Yes.
uh,
Yes, I am. I'm
so
checking in.
Zara tells me that you're asking questions about Lumen.
What? Okay, no. Who? What? How? She was over there.
Uh-huh.
I know you're right. I keep forgetting y'all. The triple thing.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it! I keep forgetting y'all have that. Yo, I told her don't worry about it because it's not that big of a deal. Unless y'all
Why?
know something.
We know things. We're just asking why you're asking.
Man, young lady, if I told you how crazy the world is and I have stuff to do about it, I have to figure it out.
Okay. Lumen
Mhm.
is a new spot. It's been open just under a year. And I will say a lot of the parishioners are talking about it. It's on the spire.
Oh, gotcha.
And best I can gather it, you can go places, but not like plane shifting. Like you're not actually leaving the city or the bar itself. It's just
Are they saying it's astral?
it it's not quite astral. Like it's not astral projection because like that's expensive as fuck. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
so I we haven't sent anyone there that's been willing to tell us, and like we haven't sent anyone in their period because we're not trying to risk anybody. But we've been hearing some weird stuff about people who go there too often, and fortunately, no one around here can really afford to go there that often. But several members of the parish have gone at least once or twice, and that's about
What?
that's about it.
Yep, and I've heard the same. And guess whose first mission is to go check it out?
No, okay, you have to tell me what it's like and if it's worth my time, and also if it's dangerous. If it's dangerous, I
Man,
can't try it out.
that's yep. Can't have you going there because don't want your mom yelling at me.
Well, how is she, by the way?
Man, she is great. She is stunning as ever. Every time I look at her, I remember why I loved her.
Okay, all right. Well, tell her hi. Hey,
Again,
Tiberius.
I look here. I'm gonna tell you, like I told you, sister. I found this beautiful beach somewhere. We can all go there on a family on my birthday, and I'm gonna try our best to get us all linked together. We can all say hi to her at once.
Okay.
It'd be a great thing. Great thing. Great thing. He grabs her hand. He taps. He does a little like hand tap on her.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah.
It'll be great.
Now look here.
Yes,
So
sir.
I need I need to go check on Jezzy real quick and then go do stuff.
All right. So,
I
Bella, I say hi.
we'll do that.
Okay.
Walks away.
See ya.
Yep, walking away, walking away. He walks away, and he's looking for Jezebel.
Mhm. Um, Jezebel would probably be in the mess. 'Cause it's around time that she takes her normal like lunch break or whatever. Um,
Okay.
um, so you find her in the feeding area.
Uh-huh.
Um, and she's kind of eating her food at a table. Um,
And I sit down at the table. Hey, Jezzy.
Sir, she says
How you?
with a mouthful of food.
Yeah. Hi. Hold on, Jezzy. Don't talk about food right now. I'll let you finish that. I'm just gonna talk to you, Jezzy. All right. So keep this out. Just talk to mom. She's a little bit worried because you're not putting the right amount of like that facial cream on her. She's a little bit like, hey, if you could add a little bit more, the one from the market, you know that one,
Mm-hmm.
the one for changelings, because our skin complexion is so tidy. And again, it's stuff I don't know about. I don't use the stuff. I'm just letting you know what she's telling me to tell you to grab from the market,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure you put it on her, because we're gonna get her awake. We're gonna get her awake, and just wanted to make sure you got to, and make sure you remember that.
Okay.
Just nod. You don't remember?
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember? Nod. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
All
She
right.
nods.
Okay. All right, Jesse.
Sir.
I'm happy. All right, I'm happy we're back, and I'm letting you know you're looking great. You're doing great, Jesse.
Thanks, sir. I'll,
No problem.
I'll get the cream for ma'am, and I got it. I'll be on top of my routine. Terribly sorry.
It's okay. Again, it's okay. We all make mistakes. Dave and I make mistakes. Crazy, I know. It's crazy. But again, we do this is why we're like coming at you. That's why I say, hey, this is where you're messing up at, and we're gonna do better than that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he then sips up, walks back, he hits the mind link over to Tiberius and says, have they responded yet?
Yeah. They said you can meet them over by the Hall of Whispers. 15 minutes.
Okay. All right, thanks, Tiberius. Logs him out.
You got it, sir.
Okay. Hey, Krin, this is what we're gonna do, Krin.
Yeah.
I have a couple. I'm gonna meet with some people from the Chapel of Whispers. They're kind of like my little information group. They get a lot of information in a lot of ways I don't understand.
Don't we
So
always have those type of people who get information, but we really don't want to ask questions?
I know, and I don't ask questions of them. So that's why I run the church that's just about love, and someone else runs that group, because I'm not good at getting secrets just like that. They're much better. So we're gonna head over that way, okay?
Okay.
All right, Karen. I know it's a lot of stuff right here. It's a big old magnificent area. Trust me, I get it. I didn't want to do the whole big chapel thing, but the girls were like, "Yes, we need to make it big." So I'm here trying to appease them, because that's what they want, Sometimes,
Wondox!
yeah. What?
Were you really about to come through and not say anything to me?
It's
You
yeah.
were
It
about to.
says here before she
Yeah.
comes up because I have like all my protection shit up.
Yeah. So from about 100 feet away, about 150 feet away, you hear this booming
Put it
voice
down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
uh, from the young lady in green as she is basically walking down you and Wondox. You know how long you know how long you've been gone, Wondox?
What? Yeah.
You know how many
What?
administrative duties I've had to find, like reassign for you?
What? Who? Who was not here?
You were not here.
You're
Tiberius was
right.
here.
I was on
Jezebel was
mission.
here.
Yep.
And you were on mission with what?
Oh man, I told you I was on a mission from my first job. Because remember, I had a first job, and then I took over this job. But my first job had me do a thing, and I had to go check it out because it was like real crazy. And then like it got turned to like a holy mission, and it was a holy mission. You know what I mean? You know?
Wondox,
Yeah.
why is it that you insist on being so secretive when you speak to us? It's irritating. It's very irritating. You're doing something with your aspect, just say that. Just say it's an aspect thing.
You know what? You're right. I forget. Yeah, again, no. Before it became an aspect thing, and that's why it took longer.
Okay, so it was a cartography thing that turned into an aspect thing.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Whatever. Okay, so that means somebody needs a promotion. This is just wonderful. Okay, Wondox. You go do whatever it is that has you back in town that is not your job. And I
Again, it's
will find someone else to cover uh, your church duties. Sound fair?
yeah. That's great. That's why I love you. That's why you're the smart one,
Mm-hmm.
smartest one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. You'll have work to do when you get back. Just
I always somehow do.
travel safe. Say
Oh,
hi
don't
to
worry. It's
mom
not that.
for me.
I will. Hey, look here. I'm telling you right now. I found this cool beach. We're gonna go there on my birthday, and we're all gonna have a nice family vacay.
You
It's gonna be
do
beautiful,
realize me and my
wonderful.
sisters share the same memories. You've
You
said it 3
know,
times.
I know,
Gotcha.
but I feel like it's rude if I don't say it to each and every one of y'all because it's again. I know it's so weird, but it's something I do. I have to say it to everybody.
I understand. All right.
I know.
Go have fun.
Appreciate you.
Go have
Yeah.
fun.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think all of them hate me.
Uh, so,
No, that was kind of fun to watch that happen. And you see Crane just smiling. Do I have Zevril's number?
I mean, yeah, I would imagine so.
Okay. Can I text him? Hey, has my commander sent anything back?
Any faxes? I mean, I would imagine that would require him to be back at the ship, but
Oh, there he was.
no, he's at his he's doing a company tour right now.
Oh,
So
He'll get a text back at least that says, "I'll check with Indy, but I doubt it. I would have got a notification." But
all right. Thank you.
so now we will pop over. Um, Sorry, Wandox, you and Krin get back in your vehicle and roll down to the Hall of Whispers. Um, and when you
Wait
get
for a contact.
right, so you sit and you park and you wait. Now we are going to switch back over to Duran Industries with Zevril and
what about Mojo?
sorry, yeah, well, Mojo. Mojo, what are we doing right now for you, Mojo?
now that I have the layout of how to get people to safety with the points marked,
Mm-hmm.
I am, like they say, I'm kind of in the high district. I'm just kind of still blipping around, looking around, trying to see what people are congregating, like checking out on what's going around. Because most of the information that I have is that people are kind of going kind of like comatose.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of looking around the high district, seeing if there's any active cases of that starting to happen.
Okay. So, I'll need an investigation check for that then. Just give me if yeah, because I would call that just perception. You'd actively need to like look around for specific things and details. So yeah.
Ugh. Oh yeah, that's not a good stat for me.
Isn't well investigation is what intelligence or is it wisdom?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's intelligence.
Okay.
Passively, it's a 25. Insight's a 25, and investigations and passive is a 24.
Okay, so your passive investigation is 24, your passive insight is 25,
9.
29. Okay. Um all right, so with a 24 actually, you just booping around, you'd be able to um assess and um quickly discover that okay, roughly in your 2 hour scouting of Chantel, you identified about 2,000 people in the same state of altered rest, but it don't feel like your stasis. Wondox has established that it's not, so it don't function like the stasis. Um, um, the uh, Wondox has already established that it's not his mind uh, snap of stealing um, effect, and you know that it's not astral projection. Because these people, one, they're not frozen, um, so that rules out the stasis. Um, but everything like they are in a similar state to that, but you know that it's not those three.
And do I see like a place where they're like it's happening, where they're like, I guess, happening more often,
Um,
like what conjugated?
yeah. So you noticed that about 60 of these individuals were all in like around the same space. Um, but it was beneath where you were. Well, it was under Shondell, not in Shondell, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
detected it like underneath the disc, um, and so when and they're kind of like spread out in a very structured fashion. Like there's four, like there's a group of four, and then a group of four, and then a group of four, and a group of two, and a group of three, and a group of four. Um, it's probably about 20 different groups in this same like kind of warehouse sized space. But the different groups they're in separate like 15 by 15 blocks, um, and they're all laying flat, or rather laying in chairs, like they're reclined.
So this is either where it's happening or a hospital. I think I am gonna kind of get closer, check it out. I will kind of be like, "Hey, working on this, heading to this part of town."
Okay. So when Wondox sends that text, um, just for correlation sake, and I fully apologize for fucking with, for altering turn order in this fashion, but uh, Wondox and Krin, we will do your contact happens to walk into uh, the Hall of Whispers around the same time that you get a text from Mojo saying that he's found something. Um, uh, and your contact is a Goliath wearing um, like a tech jumpsuit, if that makes. And he says like he's got cargo pants uh, and a baggy hoodie with a sling bag on his back, and
Looks like a net runner.
yeah, hood over his head. Um, so he walks next to this pillar and he just kind of stands and looks off into the distance, but doesn't directly look at you. Like he glanced in your direction and then leaned up against this pole and this pillar, and started looking off away from you, from where you are.
Alright, Krin, this is what I get to try to act spy-like, I guess. Dear God, they really love their goddamn secrets. Ugh. Alright, Krin, you want to go check on Mojo?
Yeah, I'll check on him.
You go ahead and take the car. I'll get another one.
Okay.
And I get out the driver's seat and I let him sit in it.
Alright. Do I start making my way back to that dog, I'm guessing?
I mean, do
That
you
need
not
to be
have
this way?
questions that you need answered? This would be a prime opportunity to ask questions that you need answered.
Fuck.
That is part of the reason why you came with Johnny down here.
I did.
Yeah, so you can speak with your chest if you need to.
I'll talk to her first. Then I'll go see what drives.
Hey, come on. Let's, okay. Then. Oh, you're coming. Oh, okay.
Yes,
All right,
because I have questions.
All right, look here. What's what we gotta do? We gotta go on the opposite side of the pole, and we're like not looking at him, but we're gonna talk out loud enough to where we can whisper enough to him. Okay, that's how they like to do these things. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You just see Krin just like not trying to get a migraine, but already has one.
All right. So again, I lead me and Krin to the other side of the pool.
Right.
And I try to cool man lean my elbow on it and try to look the opposite way if he's looking. And I'm like, are you the contact?
When you say that, you notice that, or rather, Kren, you notice that you barely hear him say this when he's speaking, and from above your head you hear, of course. You said you had questions about uh, about Lumen.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things going on over there. Real bad things. And, we don't like having bad things happen in our city because whatever bad happens usually ends up on our side of town.
So what are you trying to find out?
Who's running the joint? And why are they allowing stuff like this to happen?
Well, Lumen runs the place. It's their AR bar. Uh, um, they've got this new tech called the Dive Crown, and apparently, I don't know where they did. It's pretty gnarly stuff. It's allows for individuals, it allows for people to astral project into like prefabbed domains.
So pocket dimensions?
Uh, it's not a pocket dimension. Like it's weird to explain. Um, it's a form of projection. I guess okay. It's ethereal projection into an astral space.
That's
That's pain.
yeah.
um, um,
Like, and
so
they just came up with this out of nowhere.
it's been taken the Armada by storm, and a lot of people have been coming up with knockoffs that are pretty dangerous. So there's been some uh, we've had ghost stories. This is what the people have been referring to it as on the streets. Is they're calling them ghost stories because you ethereally project. So like your soul leaves your body, but it stays here on the material. Like, but it your body acts like you're still alive. Like you know. So it's not like astral projection because you're not asleep. You're just unresponsive.
Soul shouldn't be separated from its body. It's life force. It's its energy. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we can give you. That's all we know.
Okay. It is. Do you have any idea who's selling these knockoffs?
Um, no idea. It's just you know, Lumen's the only person we know that that has them in that has them in any decent supply. So um, you have to find out more on your own.
All right. Before I let you go, what is Lumen?
Lumen,
Like,
your guess is as good as ours. It's been real tough to lay them to narrow them down. Some people say they're um, Aarakocra. Another person says he's Tabaxi. Another person said he's Hadoshi. Another person has said he's Leonin. We've got 15 different descriptions of what Lumen is supposed to be, and all of them are different races. So it's weird. Told you it's weird, and it's weird.
yeah.
So.
All right. Well, all right. We'll lead upon another lead. If I need y'all again, I'll contact.
Of course. All
All
right.
right. Just remember. All right. Mind the living chain. And he walks away, looking at Krin. Do you have anything to say?
Yes.
Hold on. Then I turn around and say, hold on. My guy has a question for you, too. He's also got some questions.
Yeah.
Then
I figured when the one Dragonborn in town showed up with you to ask me about Lumen, then he had some questions.
God damn it. I swear you're so good. This is why you're the best. This is why you're the best. All right, you go ahead, Krin.
So I'm looking for my charge, Egwer. Is it
Egden.
Edding?
Yeah.
And also my brother. I don't know where they went after a battle.
Okay. Yeah. Does your brother have a name? Acreolus.
What is it?
Acreolus.
Ac- ac-
Acreolus.
Acreolus.
Uh, uh, that name's not really ringing a bell right now, but uh, you couldn't mean Egden Mansion, do you? Yeah,
uh,
Mansion.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
All right. That's kind of a tough one. Um, last last I heard, the um, the Bleeding Clouds have him, and they said apparently they're either ransoming him off, uh, or they've issued a ransom for him, but they also have plans to sell him off if the family doesn't speak up soon enough, because the kid's kind of annoying. So
Do you know? Do you know where they are?
yeah, they're on the northwestern side of town, um, in the
Kick
Buckstrom
their ass.
in the Buckstrom district. Buckstrom district.
Thank you.
Yep. So
You see,
be
you see,
careful
Krin,
out
like,
there, because that is a rough side of town. They defend the Bleeding Clouds defend their turf with a great deal of zeal. So be ready for a fight if you're trying to go get something from them.
uh, Johnny, are you looking at me right now? So you paying attention? You see, so Krin right now is saying, "Oh, I got something for them." As you see him kind of pull, as he's kind of showing a bow on his shoulder, like, "Oh,
No, 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 no. Put it away. Put that away.
um,
That not in the city. You will not. Do you understand me? I don't come to your city with a big weapon and just start shooting at people I don't like. So you're not going to do that in
it's
my
on
city.
my shoulder."
No, it's not coming out. It goes into your pocket dimension, is what it's supposed to be doing.
I don't think he has one of those, but yeah,
No.
it's
Sir,
compacted. It's compacted. It's not deployed. So
do not pull that thing out.
yeah, he was just trying
Do
to
you
flex.
understand me?
I think it was more of a flex.
I mean, I got
Yes.
his flex. Trust me, I got his flex.
Right.
I'm telling him no.
Yeah.
You're gonna. I say thank you, and I start walking back, and I'm like, well, now I gotta make a report that I found him, and there's gonna be a big fight.
Why don't we
I
just
won't
go
need
there?
the rest of the party.
Why don't we just
Whoa.
go there after the din? Don't worry about it. We'll
Yeah.
go there. We'll go. It'll be the din. We'll get all this done in one
Yep.
day.
I
Buckstrom's
want
about a
the.
6-hour drive from here.
God damn it! I forgot that.
Are we gonna do a? Is there gonna be a fight? That's gonna be. If so, I want.
Yeah, Buckstrom. There will be fights when you reach Buckstrom, but now is not the time for Buckstrom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I want
let me
the
ask this.
party for that fight.
Do I know the people in Buckstrom?
You know of the Bleeding Clouds, yes.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Do I know at least the few of the head dogs?
Yeah, you know several of the head dogs.
God damn it!
It's,
Do they buy? from me is what I'm gonna ask
No,
next.
no, they don't. They don't buy
Okay.
from you. They very actively make things counter to what you produce. So you're in the business of
Fucking their shit up. Got it.
downers and helping people, right? Like rather
Mm-hmm.
uppers and helping people. They're in the business of downers and stringing people along. So, uh, but they have a presence that is comparable to, uh, well, actually, they have a larger presence in Dior Mana than you do. Like Buckstrid is like a solid third of Dior Mana.
Mm-hmm.
That's Bleeding Cloud territory. So you've got a quarter, they've got a third. They're not a whole lot bigger than you, but sizable enough that uh, their their aggressive nature
Problematic.
is
They're
problematic. Yeah, as long as you don't,
okay.
as long as you don't fuck with their business, they're not inclined to come poking around in your shit.
That
That
means I can't technically go in as myself in case something goes south. Oh God. Okay, let's go find
Mojo. All
let's
right.
go find Mojo.
So
Yes.
So while those three are convening and converging, we're gonna go ahead and pop back over to Zevril and Lume at Durin Industries, where Sith is providing a tour of um, of
Several
his
stopped in the mess hall to get fucking shake.
understood the shakes.
You don't understand how it.
No, I understand. I'm sorry, sir. Um. So now, um, we'll go ahead and look off screen.
My brother, where did you go?
Yay.
Oh, is this supposed to be my office?
Yes, this is your office. Do you like it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, um, the yeah, I see. Um, so the tour of Durin Industries, um, was as is as productive as you would like it to be. Um, what is it? What exactly are you showing off to Virtuos, Alistair, and what are you discussing with um, Zal?
I mean, I would be showing the assembly line where we make like I would pretty much all of the things that an aspect of creation. So like literally wherever all of the creation, where all of the forging and chant tailoring, all that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Zal, I would quite literally pull out my instead of pulling out my phone like normal, I'd pull out like a basically an iPad, but it's not an iPad. It has a back. The Z Pad, yeah. And pull up a 3D hologram of the dog,
Mm-hmm.
with full access, so he can actually see everything, and hand it over to him and be like, yeah, so this is the dog. You know, I'll take you on an actual tour after this, but just to get your mind. And while they're both distracted, I will pull out my phone and enter kind of like a text-based forum with Indy, um, and go send the message when you're done gathering the information of everything that has happened in the last 3 years, 3.5 years of while I was gone. I'm gonna need you to explore its back door that I left for me, and like quite literally no one can access it without my clearance. Let me know when you're ready for further, and then look back up to the other. It's like, all right, so yeah, look over at Virtuos. So do you like what you see? And this is where all the creation happens.
Virtuos was looking around at everything, and it's like kind of assembly line-ish, right? Like he's seeing like inventions being made like on
Yeah,
conveyor belts
yeah,
and stuff.
and then people are there'll be some people there forging, some people that are doing like stitching work and stuff like that. Like it's a whole thing. Yeah.
He was currently in the process of reaching over onto something on an assembly line, like right before one of the workers got to it, and pulling it apart, looking at the inside. So I
You
think
would
I can. He tried to make a copy of it.
roll a quick D5 for me, just to
D5,
see what you pulled off.
A3.
A 3. You pulled off. Oh wait. Shit. You pulled off. Oh, oh, damn it. Hey, something that looks like a phone case. And as you pull it apart, you see inside of it like a black void of space itself. And being the aspect of creation, I'm pretty sure you'd be able to blink twice at it and realize this is a bag of holding that does not look like a bag of holding. It looks like a phone case, like a little
Ugh.
phone holster on your hip.
Huh. Can I make bags of holding? Is that a thing?
You've been able to.
What the hell? He would definitely duplicate it. But then he kind of looked up and looked to Zevril. So why do you do this? He held his hand out to everything. Is it just for the money?
In the beginning, it was for the money because I needed to make sure that my brother, and I'd look over at Zol, had the funds to do whatever that I the fund to protect him. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be any that I couldn't. I realized the easiest way to do that, helping, and he'll like gesture out and start pointing the prosthetic limbs over there. It's our number one selling product, and you'll notice that it looks a lot like the arm that Zol has. One of Zol's arms, completely prosthetic. Um,
Hmm.
like you'll see anti-succubus charm or things like that because and like a pained expression pops over his face. I don't like succubus. As well as that, you'll see locksmithing, like anti-lock picking locks, magic lock. So keep their things that are guarded. See the cell phone for the fact of making communication. Because I realized there was a void that while this is the magic capital of the world, there are a lot of ways that you can have magic and technique coincide. So
Vyrtuos
yes,
was
more
kind of
money, but
scratching at the side
also
of his head. He was scratching at the side of his head. But all this great stuff that makes people's lives better, what if you can't pay for it?
are are you wondering about the affordability of my products? You'd actually be surprised. Unlike some of the other people uh, that have run business here in Upper District, uh, my products are geared pretty much. I don't want to rip people off by making it extra expensive. I don't want people spending an arm and a leg for these types, like the prosthetic arms, for example. Getting the most basic prosthetic arm company would quite literally only net a couple of silver. As they go up in style, that get more. Like there are variety. Like for example, and he'll take a hat off of the shelf and put it on his head, and it's like, take example this hat. He'll snap his fingers, and suddenly you're looking at a yourself. Like these hats of guys, a couple of silver pieces. I want anyone to be able to afford. I think that's also a lot of business owners up in the district don't necessarily like products catered to everyone.
Virtuos slowly nodded. Though he wasn't making eye contact, he was listening very diligently, looking around at all of this production, all of all of this communal work. As someone who mostly works, not necessarily alone per se, but as an army of two, but wanted to do so much more for the world, this was starting to open his horizons just a little bit. So, okay, he was looking at the products, especially the prosthetics. Okay, that actually makes sense. That's a pretty good thing. He was nodding his head as if like mentally checking off something on a checklist.
I'm glad you like it. I worked hard. Like I said in the boardroom, I really do. I've been out here and asked back.
So, uh, presuming that would conclude the tour portion.
Yes. Uh,
And
take them up to my office, lock the door, go. Speaking of aspect business, I'm going to do something. Require everyone to not speak of.
do not speak of who now?
I would take them up to my office and I would tell them Zal and Virtuo. Yeah. Um, speaking of aspect, going to do something that you will not be able to speak of.
Understood. Go handle your business, bro. I'll be alright here. I've been holding down the forts this whole time. I think I can manage for a couple
Well,
hours.
I think you'll want to see it at least. Don't speak. And I'll kind of give them a wink and I'll just kind of push them both into my office and close the door.
Okay.
I had sent a message to Indy about backdoor, so I'm going to have him appear in full hologram form.
Copy that.
say to Indy, Indy, have you successfully tapped into all of during the protocols network?
I have, sir. And you might be surprised to know, or you may not be surprised to know, that several of your directors have been embezzling money from the company. I estimate a profit of roughly 5% of the profits from the previous 2 years of revenue have been uh, unaccounted for.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow at Zal and go, holding down the fort, huh?
I mean, well, who is it that it would be Director Pudge and Director Phlegm? Pudge and Phlegm? That, yeah. That's,
From this moment forward, transfer all of stock that they have in the company and put it in virtual equally down the middle, 50-50, and then send them an email that says termination and it please leave or be thrown out. And then I'll
Pudge
just look
and
over at
Phlegm.
Virtual. You will be a new board member. Don't expect anything of it. It doesn't mean you have. But yeah, congratulations. Now have money that you don't need, considering I'm pretty sure you created in the first place.
Shares
Do I get a team of workers?
If you want it.
Shares forcibly revoked, liquidated, and exchanged. Redistributed. Virtuos is now a board director with 4% share of the company.
Do I get one of these? He pointed at the hologram.
I might be able to arrange. This is, oh, yeah, I guess you weren't necessarily there for that. Yeah, the dragon that was there at the Hall of Aspects where they had you imprisoned, yeah, that's him. That's Indiva. I just call him Indy now.
This is a dragon? He was squinting at it.
You see a humanoid dragonoid, a human.
A human dragonoid
How do you?
creature.
Thank you. I was like, how do you
Yes.
word that?
So he's human with over. He appears to be I guess size-wise, he would be a Goliath in terms of stature, but he's got the dragon slits for eyes and the compound lids, as well as kind of a ridged crown line um, that basically boxes in uh, his hair. So he has like the sides are faded, and then you have ridge bumps that actually grow out into dragon horns that protrude backwards. Um, and he has this like an amethyst choker around his neck, uh, and uh, crystalline wings sprouting out of his back, but they rest close, rest close, rest close to the body, um, and his nose is kind of flat to his face a bit, kind of a bit more raised than Voldemort, and it has ridges on the top and scaling around the nostrils.
Virtuous kind of squinted at it. Ew. That's not how they look in the books. He would place his hand together, like packing a snowball, and create like a tiny little dragon in his hands. But like the more like classic traditional dragon. Isn't it supposed to look more like this?
So you know the dragon corpse that we used to make the Devourer of Galaxies? The massive
Yeah.
purple dragon. That was.
Look back at what he thinks is a butler. I would have never thought of that.
It's like, well, here's something else that you might know because it's going legal. Indy, route into Duran Industries networks, connect with every phone that we have ever sold
Are you
using
God's eye?
backdoor previous, sort of using access code 043198 and run trace of any text messages that have to do with Lunar Den.
Lumen AR10. But cross-referencing network with Lumen AR10. Processing. 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 There are over 72 million texts referring to Lumen AR10 within the last 48 hours. Would you like to review them?
Filter out or filter using keywords missing person. And like just give him a rundown of like the keywords like in regards to the mission so that he can get
Right.
more specific. I'm basically gonna use Indie to server.
Okay. Um, filtering data. Searching. There are over 5,000 text messages regarding persons in questionable states and Lumen, or unresponsive states and Lumen. Concentration is Diormana and part of Chandelure, from Chandel. Source indicates a facility located in the Spire near the Buckstrom district.
And above game, this correlates with the information.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Query: how many of these 4,000 texts come from burner? I know there are people out there that use devices. Ill begotten.
Roughly 30%.
Track those, put them in a separate folder. Information, provide me those, but primarily like crack server, see if. And then I'm gonna pull out my phone. I'm going to pull up contact that I hate calling, and I'd probably have tried to avoid calling, but I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm gonna call Avril.
All right.
I'm gonna go, hey, whether she answers or not, like if I have to leave a voicemail, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna go, hey, don't hate me. I'm currently tapping into the social network that I built. I know it's highly illegal, but it's for the case. You're probably gonna get a ding in 3, 2, yeah. Sorry, but it's for the aspect work. I'm trying to solve our case.
All right, Zevril, I trust you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And click. I'm not talking to her any more than that. All right, thank you. Click. No, thank you. But yeah, no, I would like. Is there any role that I have to make for it? Because I don't have indie stats, so I'm just like, are there any roles that I would have to make for a successful hack check, or how do you want
No,
to do
it's
that?
like one. It's your network. It's your back door. You don't need to roll for this. You built it. Um,
Bet.
so um, you are able to discern roughly the same concentration data that um, Mojo was able to gather in Shondell. And then additionally, there's hit this thing. Show the chat. Show it. There we go. Um,
Oh no, sir. Show me everything. If you've been using my phone's ill-begotten purposes, I would like show me.
This is why you sending.
oh my god. Okay. So um
Jesus, 270, 677. What the?
yeah, with the information that that Indy is able to gather from devices in Diormana, um, he's located another um, roughly 270,000 individuals who are uh, in a similar state to the 2,000 identified by Mojo earlier. Um,
Oh,
yeah, they're scattered across the Armada. The highest concentration happens to be within the Buckstrom district, though.
got it.
Like there are entire apartment buildings full of people stuck in this state.
Indy, mark all of these locations, all 270,677. Geolocate them on the map, compile the information, encrypt the file, and send it to Mojo.
Understood, sir.
Below.
Package compiled, file sent. Recipient Sir Mojo.
I'm gonna above game. I'm like, I feel like I missed, like, while we got the location. Um, the 30% of text message that come from burner phone, is there any sort of pattern between them that we use to locate either any of the ground floor goons, second level, or the head? Is there anybody texting about this right?
Anybody texting about it right now? Active text messages in regards to Lumen and the uh,
With the
comatose
request?
state.
Yes.
Um, yes, there are currently 45 devices uh, that have mentioned Lumen and um, and ghost stories in the same sentence, like in the same message in the last 2 hours.
Highlight those specifically in geolocation, Joe, as well as for Wondox.
Uh, highlighting geomarkers, tagging geomarkers, and relaying information to fellow aspects. Are there any other tasks you would have me complete, sir?
Okay, now above game, I'll say I still feel like I feel like there's a giant puzzle glaring in my face that I tap. I feel like I'm.
By all means, have a conversation, people.
What do you guys?
I'm a person about thinking going in 3 fronts. I've already said, someone's got to go inside and see it, because if they're getting a lot of people, that there's a lot of, hey, they look like this. No, they look like this. They look like that. I don't want to say it's one of my people, but it sounds like one of my people.
Sounds like it's
maybe. Yeah. So I feel like me as a changeling will probably be the best bet to meet another changeling. But I need someone to investigate the back while I'm trying to be a nice, talkative guy up front. Teleport guy?
Oh, he was on the phone. I don't know. Okay, he's back.
He takes back.
TLDR Mojo, I hacked into their system of all of their information.
What did you find?
Are we back yet, or?
No, we're still
Everything
driving.
and nothing
Okay.
feels like.
I don't want to feel like they're getting something from this,
They would have
because it has
Why
to be
else would
something
you do this?
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, are they getting mental energy? Is it the soul energy you're getting from it? Because again, technically it's pushing a soul out and they're somewhere, but their bodies are still kicking. I hate
It
this.
would be great if we had the guy that can see souls here in the party right now.
Can't do that. He's too busy. They're too busy.
Ain't that interesting?
Interesting how we get towards the end of the session and we see where exactly he would have been perfectly useful in this.
So he's busy. He's busy. Don't worry about that. He has a mission.
Do you guys think it would? Because I don't want to shut down their system, but do you think I should lock them out of their system so there isn't any new people getting projected?
That's too.
Like as some sort of a security measure?
I feel like right now we need to have the list, so that way, if 50 Fuzz needs to get involved, hey, look at this list of people who came here. But if
I get that.
even
But
raises
like, I
more
don't want
questions. Why haven't
more
the police got
bodies to
involved?
get astral projected.
No, but why haven't the police not got involved? Because
they haven't been able to track it down. It's a very impressive front for a basically a VR bar, if I'm understanding this correctly.
Yeah, but eventually they would all come to the conclusion like, oh, hey, these people all went there. Like,
Blue Man, what do you think?
I have not the
Yes, I'm
slightest.
I'm like, yes, I'm
I have
forcing
not
you
the
to get involved.
slightest idea of what's going on, so I have no thoughts. I'm just sitting here like Ralph with a smile on my face, nodding my head.
Well, then,
unless
separate
they're
question.
are they
If you had
devouring this one?
access to Jarvis and you tapped into somebody's stuff to get all of their information, how would you prevent something like this from happening going?
How would I prevent something? How would I prevent something from gathering my information?
Oh, that part's easy. More so, how should we lock them out of their system so that they can't continue projecting bodies? Should be like how Because I know if I do
Do we
that,
do we
the
know
system
their
is
end
Do
goal?
the schematics. Get the
no, we
schematics.
don't.
If we
No,
don't know their end goal, then we don't want to
I
cut
heard
them
you.
off and make them suspicious. Is there a way to track, like allow them to keep going, but track them? Maybe even use
Yes,
that
I
against them
got
as some
all of
kind of
their.
track?
Yes, I did get all of their geolocation. I'm currently tracking.
Okay, so we can use that very same system as bait then to lure them in.
Wait, elaborate?
They're using your system for information and
Oh no, I used my system to hack into their system to get information using the network that I built for the cell phone. That's
yeah.
also the main reason why I asked if there were cell phones, and that's why I've been riding that this whole time because
wait,
I was going to backdoor that.
Wait, let me ask this real quickly. If you're able to hack into their system, you should be able to get their blueprints for the product, which means you should know how they're able to do said things. So if we can find
That's
a
what I'm
way,
missing. Thank you. Yes, that is a good point. I thought you meant schematics of the building.
no, I mean it of their machinery. So if we can figure out how they're doing it, we can find a way to reverse it. So that's the way I like to see it.
I put my phone away, closing the group chat for a moment, and go, Indy, compile all data, and see if you can generate schematics for what exactly they're doing and how they're doing it based off of several 100,000 text messages that you've read, and see if you can formulate either A, an educated guess, or B, the actual reason for this, as well as the schematics for the bar and as well as the schematic specifically for the bar.
Searching, compiling, sifting through data.
If we can find out what they're doing this, like what the purpose of how they're doing it, then we that information. Virtuo said to lure them in.
I think we need a tech nerd to open up our building and see what's going on.
Results. The Dive Crown. Unique magic item. Mass produced. Ethereal projection to astral domain. Calibration delicate. Tech savvy required. High. If acquired, it should not take you more than 48 hours to to reverse engineer. Assessment complete.
I'm gonna ask a really important question, depending on Zevril. Zevril's gonna turn to Indy. Is this made using?
Repeat that. You cut out.
Was this made using my or during industry?
Affirmative.
Does this trace back to the direct?
Schematic signature. Direct to Pudge.
Motherfucker. Pulling out my phone, sending Avril a text message that says, detain this motherfucker immediately. And I will send his geolocation stamp as well, because he's probably fleeing from the business. Fuck. Detain both of them. It's like, Important update on case. These are wanted criminals that need to be detained at this exact moment.
Virtual still kind of glanced at him. Was that the guy you just fired a second ago in like some major big pants power play?
Yeah.
Gonna take an astral diamond out of my pocket and slide it over to him. Study this, see if you can recreate it. That's your salary.
Here's $1 billion. Have fun.
Yes, that is. I literally just slid you about either $1 million or $1 billion,
Your
basically.
brother, your brother, his jaw goes slack. Like, he knows how much money the company makes, but he's been very reasonable in paying himself. He don't carry astral
Excuse me?
diamonds. He don't carry astral diamonds.
No, not that part. If I fight, I'll pull up the company records and see his lackadaisical salary and just be like, okay, we're gonna add 3 zeros, send, and I'm just gonna stare at him. It's like, pay yourself. You are acting CEO when I am not here. Please pay yourself more.
This is the overhead.
I'm gonna pull out 3 astral diamonds and just drop them in his hands.
You get an astro diamond. You get an astro diamond.
No, just my friend and my brother.
He's
I only said it
Because
twice.
one of
He
them
said
is an
you
infinite
twice.
money
I only
glitch.
said it
Yeah.
twice.
He
Like,
did only say it
if-
twice.
Oh, fair enough. But no, like one of them is an infinite money glitch, so I'm willing to bet within 24 hours he's gonna find a way to duplicate this, if not almost immediately. I don't know what
So?
the VC check is.
Yeah,
Mr. DM, is that a possibility?
that's tactile for you, sir. It's the astral diamond is not extremely complex. It's just rare. Like, they're typically only traded in the astral plane at astral markets. But Diorama
Marvelous.
touches the astral plane and deals with astral markets, so astral diamonds are kind of fitting to exist here. It's just, they're really only in circulation in Heaven-esque, which is, above where the company is. So.
Well, I am studying the hell out that bitch then.
So,
Do I get a text back from?
you get a text back from. Who was the question about?
Do I get a text back?
Oh, yes. Flim has been detained. Pudge has apparently left the city. No one knows.
Pull-
Yeah. No one knows.
Pulling up his geolocation.
He's outside of the country.
Already? We said it has a 120-mile radius. He's farther than the 120-mile radius already?
He booped. He had an emergency. He had an emergency teleporter in his office, and you just got the report from security. That's what's happening.
Fuck.
You hate to see it.
Texting Mojo, we got a runner, we got a runner, we got a runner. And with that, you can actually pass over to Mojo. We got a runner, we got a runner. Sending last known location.
Okay, so
wait, no, last known location would be his fucking office.
Yep, last known
So
location.
I'll just text him that we have a runner, and we'll go. I'll take them to fucking study the goddamn teleportation circle. I'm so mad right now. I knew there was something I was missing, and it was.
You would just get back in the text message and says, "Like, I'm already here at the place."
Yeah, and fucking so if you're in Pudge's office right now, Mojo, then you would notice that the teleportation circle that he used was a one-timer. It was a burner, because the runes that would normally comprise the teleportation circle are smudged and broken, and the remnants of the circle are charred into the carpet of the office.
So, random question. That's the aspect of space. I feel like this is still kind of my my wheelhouse. Is there a way I could kind of like just
Find out where it
kind
was
of
headed.
kind of like reopen the gate a little bit?
Um, give me a charisma saving throw.
Tap into the teleportation distortion. Follow the trail.
Tap into the teleportation courses.
Charisma saving throw.
Yes, you need a 32.
Yeah, there's just no fucking way.
No, okay.
Can I help him? Can I help
Yeah,
him?
you can be assisted.
Hold on.
I could. Okay, because I could make that save. I believe. Yes, I could. You said a 37,
32.
32. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
So if you can best of 20, you can give him a +4.
I left.
That's an explosion, not 20. I will send you the screenshot too. I love it.
So, Moj,
Get a 20.
So
Oh
my
wait, hold
regular-
on, it exploded. Let me roll again.
Gotta love it when it explodes.
So 32 plus 23. Yeah, how much of a bonus does that give, oh boy?
that'll give you a +6.
Yikes. 26.
Yeah.
That ain't hitting it. You are too far away to get some blessing.
Man, no, I'm trying to.
Like we can't lower the DC due to my explosion. That was a whole nat 20, man.
Okay, okay, with a nat 20, so I mean, because you exploded, you said you exploded twice or just once?
Once I got
Okay.
a 32 and a 20.
Right, and so with the explosion.
Oh, and Lume's here, so he can cast basically every
yeah,
buff spell that there is.
That's bless, you fool. And boost it up a little bit. Make it a D20.
I cast Bless, and I boosted up, and I put it all on my own. I didn't need Johnny's help.
I fucking hate you.
All right, so
I hate you.
you get to add another D10 to your roll. So that charisma saving throw plus a D10 plus
Swear to fucking God.
plus a D10 plus 8.
If he's here, we're all in Pudge's room. I'm fucking using my lucky. Actually, Lume, would you be willing to cast a fucking? Oh god damn, I can't think of the spell. Yeah, no, I'll just use my luck feature and roll that.
So re-roll it.
Yes.
Please.
Roll another D10. God, because that's an out. All right.
So it's 7 plus 8, so that's another what?
Well done. You're rolling in the
He's
20?
rolling in.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Roll 20.
Yes, he did. Okay, so
7 plus 8 is
save was 20, and then you roll a D10 plus a 7.
you hit it.
Plus my
Yeah,
assist.
plus-
Yeah, he would have hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you succeed. That's a total of 35.
Let's go.
So, you are able to trace the location, but you cannot reopen the gate to follow. You do know that he went to
Oh, we did this the hard way. Everything in this office is owned by him. We could have just had Lume cast locate person. As long as
Too
it's still
late.
on the same material plane.
he's,
Too late. we
Honestly,
already
Lume
did the
still can, so we have a literal GPS lock on this.
he's in Darlathan.
Motherfucker.
5.
Of course he. Of course he. Of course he.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sound. But I don't.
That sounds like
I'm pretty sure I can.
Sounds like our next trip.
Yep.
Will we get on the ship and take a trip?
And our favorite
solve
rocket
this
ship.
problem first.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Zooming through the skies. Some little
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Einstein.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand Lume like a pen or something that he would have used in this office and be like, would I know you have magic prowess. Would you please cast locate person on this object so you can track him? I believe it. How long is the person?
Track
Just
who?
hold
It might
to
be
it.
8 hours.
Just hold
The
on
man
to
whose
it.
position
We
you just
leave.
took.
He was furiously working on his cube. Oh, but I just got an idea. I think I know what I'm finally going to create with the track who again? He went back to his cube.
Damn it! To be within 1,000 feet.
Man, so aloof. I love it. So, are we like hyper focusing on this right now, or are we gonna?
No, no. Locate person only works within 1,000 feet. We at
Okay.
least know where he is. I'm just gonna look over at Mojo and just with a very very upset look, be like, well, I know where we're going next, gentlemen. And honestly, you're gonna have to keep me from eviscerating the.
It's like as
I do
long as the
not
city
like being
stands,
made a fool of.
Can
it's
I?
like as long as the city stands, anybody it's whatever. Just try not to destroy any more infrastructure.
Need more? I haven't destroyed any. Yeah.
You've destroyed infrastructure, just not in Darlathan. Yes. So,
Can I send a message to commanding officer saying, "Hey, I found dude."
yeah. So your missive. Uh, oh my goodness. K, I will inform that message has been sent, Mojo.
Cool.
Krin, your commanding officer, uh, tells you that you have um, free reign to uh, to reacquire Egnan Mansion, um, and if like any um, foreign incidents that arise as a result of your rescue operation um, will be absolved by the crown.
Yay!
Good to know they don't care what happens in my city.
They say we got you. Go in there, get him, bring him home, cause reasons.
Wait,
Mhm.
Mojo. Wait, we're not. Okay.
You
Nope,
don't.
Mojo's
you're
You
not
Mojo's
with
don't.
with me.
You don't know
You're
where
with
he
Johnny
is.
right now, yeah.
We are sleeping in
This
a
is-
car ride right now.
No, I was just
Well,
saying, Mojo.
Oh, absolved by the crown. So he's saying, "Oh, okay. So Mojo's gonna fix the problem for me. Got it." That's how he took that message.
cool. Get in, get out.
Okay.
That was it. Hey, Mojo, can you help me here? Next time I see him.
You don't want to storm in the front gate, go guns a blazing through a
I
city
mean,
controlled by a whole clown section of party, probably people dressed up in clown motif.
no.
Come
I
on,
wanna-
where's your
So-
Battleborn love in you?
The bleeding
Also,
cloud.
how's my
The
skin
bleeding
doing?
cloud, not clown.
Yeah,
CLOUD.
so
Not
I want to
CLONW.
teleport in there and teleport out.
sir, you're trying to make this too hard, easy.
My guy,
above game question. Hold on.
Mhm.
And it
Yes.
ties into what you're talking about. Chris. Is the place where Mansion?
Mhm.
What's his name? What's
Yeah.
your charger's name?
Egden Mansion.
So is the place where Egden is located, at least I believe, yeah, is the place Egden is located one of the places that we have geolocated and tagged as place where a lot of the
Yep.
bodies are? Okay. Is it the one that was it the one that had the highest concentration?
hmm
And it's also the place that Mojo was just briefly outside of.
Yurt.
Oh, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker when I find him. Pudge, you are a dead man.
Time for a party is what I heard.
Yes, it
Just gonna
will
look over
be.
at Mojo. Can you round up the crew, please?
Oh, we're on
Take
our
us to
way.
where you just were. No. I want him to pop in and teleport you guys out of the vehicle there, and teleport us there as well, and teleport fucking Big Rhastra there as well. So at the start of next session, we're all there ready to fuck this place in the ass.
Sir, just grab my vehicle. Do not leave my vehicle behind.
Oh, are you? Oh, you driving? I thought you were in one of the city
Yes.
vehicles. You're in. You're in the. Okay.
my
No.
vehicle.
I mean, hey, I played enough Fortnite. Warps are a thing, you know. He just has to grab onto the car itself. Just chilling in the back seat. Woof, woof. I've seen Jumper. God, that was a great movie. That
That's an
movie was
amazing
so
movie
fucking good.
and so underrated. Ah
So
man.
underrated.
Nah.
Yeah, Mojo, can we rally the team, please?
The Hayden strong.
I mean,
Actually, you don't even have to buy. You don't even have to get Big Rhastra. I'll bring.
oh no,
Quick
he's already there. He's already there. He's just he's just in a dark space in the corner, so in one of those rooms, just pumping away.
Quick question: Will this? Are we going in combat next session?
Yes. Next session
Yes.
will be basically
So
combat.
I'm
We're
going to go
going
ahead.
in guns a blazing.
I'm
so we're going in guns a blazing.
Yeah, Craig
that
has
what I'm
something
Going
to
in
say.
guns a blazing.
Yeah.
If only there weren't so many bodies in there, I would just blow it off the map.
Sir,
I need someone in there, good sir.
I just said if
Yeah.
only. I said if only.
If
Look,
only there weren't
the
high
funny
value
thing
targets
is, what's
inside.
about to happen is I'm about to just teleport this bus, dead ass in there. We're all just gonna
Not the
hop
bus.
off the bus.
Not the bus.
Fine. The
Yeah,
bus
he's
will
in
be
the,
on
I think he's in.
He's in the
I think
Jeep.
he's in the Porsche right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jeep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
the Jeep. Okay, we'll get the Jeep in there. It'll be a party.
Sir, I can
The
just
Jeep
let
would
me
be
put me
useful
at the top of the
indoors.
building. That's all you need to do. Put me on
Yeah.
top of the
So
building.
I feel like what's about to happen is Mojo's grabbing me and Virtuos, teleporting. Yeah, I'm literally just gonna look at my brother. I'll be back, and he grabs us, teleports us into the vehicle that they're in, and we're all just like, all right, this is about to be fun.
And then, once we're all together, if this is like the end, I am going to snap my fingers. And you know how I set up all those contingencies for like an area?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a 3-block radius around here. Just boop.
Cool.
Uh,
So
What does that mean?
Mojo snaps his fingers, and the Conflo wagon, the Conflo wagon is instantly teleported to the parking lot of Lumen's AR den.
Can I tell them that I have full permission of do whatever it takes to get my person there in there alive?
Yep. So
Okay.
Do that next
HVT.
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have
Egden
full permission.
I have full permission to get someone that's in there alive.
Yes.
My
Can you show me a
charge.
picture of what they look like?
Egden Mansion. It's a
Uh,
young dwarven boy.
Thank you.
He's probably about 15 years old. He has his beard, but it's not covering his
Fully
neck.
grown.
Right. Like you can still see his neck. So he's still a kid, but
For story purposes, can you say yes that he showed me a picture?
yeah, yes, he 100% showed his picture.
I'm gonna show the picture to Matthew and say, delegate this to everyone inside. This is the charge we must find and protect. No harm shall come to him, and if someone locates him before we do, relay the message. And I'm gonna toss Matthew up into the air as he goes, "Aye, aye, boss!" and vomits out about 150 skeletal soldiers into the parking lot.
Wait, so he's in the bleeding clowns territory, but it's also here?
Oh, I thought that's where he took us, to where
No, he
Charger.
took us to the AR den,
Yeah.
to Lumi's den.
Yes.
And Doomy's den is not the same place who has his
Lumens
boy.
is above Bleeding Cloud territory.
Yeah.
It's on the spire.
That's-
It's on the spire in Bleeding Cloud territory. So you're above where some of the other structures are, but Egden is in this location.
Okay, so
Okay,
we
so
are in
he's-
the correct place. So
Yes.
it's like an underground type of thing, I guess.
So the spire is basically a way to get between Shondell and Diormana without using the Skyvaders. It's basically the red light district or the
In betweens.
right. It's the in betweens. For
Okay. So then I am understanding this correctly.
yeah, it's just
Yeah. So
you're above.
We're on the floor.
Yeah,
The
you're
floor below us is where we need to
right.
get to for the next job.
right. You are outside the facility that you need to be outside of, but you're above the majority of the people you're trying to save.
How many since I'm half dwarven? How many people am I sensing with my is it my terror? What's the dwarven sense?
Tremor sense,
Yes.
or I mean, your stone sense is what.
The stone. Yes.
Yeah.
Stone senses.
So stone sense just lets you know that
Whoa.
the structure is worked stone, and gives you like a general understanding of the layout of the worked layout within the facility.
Okay.
So it can't really let you know how many people are inside. You just have a solid
Yeah.
understanding of how big the building is.
Dude,
So
how
hold on, you're about to have to answer that question because Toby has Tremor Sense and a Burrow Speed. So I would just because I'm pulling out 150 skeletal soldiers and I'll pull out my name too. So Toby, as well as the half dragons and such. How many of those? Yeah, whatever. And I will share senses with Toby so I can actually get that read that he's asking.
Okay.
I just turned on my ring.
I just turned on my ring.
I gave him that ring.
Y'all are doing all this fun stuff. I'm like, okay. I turn on my ring.
And oh, by the way, I had my protection note, by the way. So
So you guys are preparing to go inside. If I'm not mistaken, Johnny said he started to take a nap before Mojo popped in and booped people places.
Yep, I was sleeping.
Okay.
I was too.
So
And then y'all got rudely awakened by someone night crawling into your
Hey
vehicle.
guys, how you doing?
It's like the whole party is there. BM somewhere on the ship, but don't worry, I'll bring him next session. Go lay down somewhere.
So
No, he's
Said-
here.
he popped in on the chat and said he's standing on the roof of the dog, naked, flinching. He did say that in chat. I can scroll up and fucking screenshot that shit. He is on.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
like a madman. So no. I will bring him at the beginning of the next session. He's not gonna like how he's brought, but it's gonna terrify him. He better hold on.
Fire the cannons!
So
can I give us protection, the full amount of
We'll worry
shields?
about it when we get there.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna give some temporary hit points.
Cool. So
I'm gonna do Rally Cry.
Wonderful. Wondox. Excuse me. While you were sleeping, before Mojo popped into the car, you started to have a vision of an area of your mind space that you're not familiar with. Like, it feels like your mind space, but you don't know what this area is. Like, this zone is new-ish. And it's got these ornate wings kind of covering the walkway. And inside is a stump with glowing roots. And there's a figure sitting on top of it. His back is to you.
Okay, so this is my mind space, so I clearly am gonna ask, can I help you, sir, madam?
Can I help you, thing, person? It's in my mind.
Yeah.
Huh. The voice sounds real familiar. Hey, could you mind saying something else? Trying to figure out something.
You're in my space. Can I figure out why you're here, friend?
Huh. It's real close. But something's off about it. You sure I don't know you from somewhere?
I began to walk around trying to get a look at him.
And as you, like, every attempt that you get to, like you make to see his face, like every step to the right you take, his body rotates more to the left, and vice versa. Like, you sound familiar, but like older somehow.
What
Do you have a name, sir?
Yeah, I got one of those. It's Yaskrib. Yeah, Yaskrib.
You didn't sound sure about that.
Does that make sense to you?
No. None whatsoever. But I'll be nice enough to say, well, my name is Wondox. And you're in my space.
Oh no. You said well, that means something. Hi, son.
I was right.
How you doing?
Oh shit!
Kind of wasn't looking forward to meeting you this way. But
Why the fuck are you here?
Seems I died.
Oh fuck!
Before I got a chance to. That's crazy.
Have your powers manifested yet?
What are you talking about?
Well, I guess I've seen this place. It's I'm not the only person here, which means uh, at least part of your genes activated. So just wanted to know if you got your Dandrew, any of them, because you're like you're like more than 10, right?
Savage.
Yes, I'm 28 now. You know, those birthdays you missed. I guess it's kind of easy to forget.
Uh, uh, that's that's a decent number.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really have a great explanation for that. Uh,
They never do.
Look, I was on a mission, and then I was here. So the only thing that I can fathom is that the trace of my consciousness that's in your DNA latched me here, or rather, hold me here until my body can reconstitute itself. So, God, I'm here to answer any questions you want to know.
Nope. I got none. I really got none right now. So
And you're sure you don't have any dandruff?
You can stay right there.
Okay.
Because we don't need to do that. I have a thing that I gotta go do, and you stay there. Because me talking with you, I felt a lot of stuff in because I don't think about you. I don't makes it easy, So say what you need to say and get out the way. Just get out the way.
All right. Well, there's no real easy way to say this, so I'm just gonna do it like this. And he reaches his index and middle finger out and um, like juts your like he jabs your forehead between the eyes, like right in the pineal gland. Um, um, you're a star child. There is chaos in your blood, and it needs to wake up. You are only half of who you are meant to be, and until you understand the rest of it, you will be a shadow of yourself. Now go. And
Oh fuck! Oh god! Damn!
like he pushed you out of your own, out of your space, and as you're like you're kicked awake, like you fell off of a 20-story building.
that great ass drop. I hate it.
And then Wondox, not Wondox, and then Mojo shows up with Zevril and Lume, and
Why the
the
fuck is
car
everyone
is
that's popping up? Why is everyone just popping the fuck up?
Why are you sleeping on the job?
Sir,
we were
I am.
tired.
What a way
Can we
to
just-
meet your dad! Oh my god.
Not meeting.
So I think we'll end stream on that note tonight, and begin next week with the with entering Lumen's AR den. This has been another episode of Aspects and Envoys, specifically episode 8. I have been your game master, SoulSym Mirak, and with us this evening we had Zevril,
Jarvis, make this man shit his pants.
Lume,
Oh, huh? Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Mojo.
Well, this show's funeral.
Wondox.
That nigga owes me child support.
Free. Last but most assuredly never least, Krin.
Good night, people.
If you enjoyed tonight's stream, please consider dropping a like, hitting that subscribe button, and pressing the bell notification so you get notified anytime we do anything here on the channel. Monday is 28, is episode 28 for Showdown. There's more Kingdom Hearts Tuesday and Wednesday.
Wait, that's not true.
Oh wait, Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday
yes.
we have the premiere of Standoff, SoulSym Standoff, and we also have. Are we set for watch party?
Yes.
Cool, perfect. So we also have watch party Tuesday and Wednesday at 6, or is it 7? Yeah, 6. Cool. So be on the lookout for all this new stuff and all the fun things and actual entertainment. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.